Hey everybody, it's Emily here. I just wanted to stop in before we get started and say thank you so much to everyone who was able to stop by and hang out with us during the live stream release party for the season 1 finale. We had an absolute blast, and being able to spend time with you all, even if it's only virtually, is such a joy. Thank you all for continuing to be such an amazing community. So I know you are all as excited for season 2 as we are. And with that, I wanted to give you a little heads up on the release schedule for the rest of this month. In preparation for the new season, we won't be having an episode drop for the main show next week. There will, however, be 2 other show episodes released next week. We'll have STFU and Tom Talks. So on Wednesday, June 10th, we will be releasing an episode of Southern Tomfoolery Unlimited, and that will be featuring special guest Larry Wilhelm, who is the author of Book 3 of Against the Aeon Throne AP, The Rune Drive Gambit. So really excited about that. I know Zach had a lot of fun with that interview, so I'm really looking forward to you guys hearing that. Then on Sunday, June 14th, instead of our regular show release, we will be dropping an episode of Tom Talks, where the entire SDF crew is going to get together. We're going to recap Book 3 and kind of just take a look back at the entire craziness that was this AP. So just kind of a full AP wrap up. Then we're going to get back to our regular schedule with episode 71 dropping on Sunday, June 21st. So again, gang, thank you so much for continuing on this journey with us. We are all just ridiculously excited about starting Signal of Screams, and even more so because you guys are a part of it. But before we get into season 2 proper, the crew still has some things they need to wrap up, so let's head back home with episode 70, Epilogue.
Well, welcome to our epilogue of season 1 of Southern Tomfoolery Plays.
Here on NPR.
Well, I'm speaking like this because that was a hell of a finale to Book 3. And we lost a lot of people. And so I do think that this epilogue is going to probably be a little sad. Warning, right up top, everybody. Probably be a little sad, but I think there'll be some hope in it. Hell, we've got 2 adventures left to play with these characters, y'all.
A little bit bittersweet.
Little do you know, this whole thing is going to be slapstick.
It's gonna be egg farts and squidfish.
Taking it back.
All episode long. No, what a hell of episode 69. I just want to say, y'all did amazing. Great work to everybody for last episode. I was really, really pleased and proud of all of you for the way that went down. But we've got some things to kind of wrap up for this season. So I don't want to take too long up at top and just kind of want to get into it. Where we are, like at this moment, is Oren is standing over the dead body of Sardat Zolan Nilvestra. The rest of his crew is up on the Epoch Tracer, and the Sardat ship is up in the sky as well. And Oren, you can look up and you can look up and see the Sardat ship, and you can look over and see the Epoch Tracer that's landed on the ground. as you're savoring your victory, you hear a doot, 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 and you look up and like a firework in the sky, the Sardat ship explodes as his last heartbeat stops. And you guys can all see it like across. You just
he wired his ship to blow up if he were to be killed.
yes.
Dude, that's such a
two
dick
birds,
move.
one stone.
That's so terrible to do to his staff, though.
He's a space
He
Nazi.
doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, that's still terrible.
He was a space Nazi.
Fair enough.
Former space Nazi.
Touche.
Past tense. Well, in that case, Orin will just good fucking riddance, and he'll grab the Azlanti Sardat's like collar and just drag his face along the surface
Through
of
the
the
dirt.
asteroid. Carry his body back to the tracer.
As Legos are raining down on the force field.
Right. Like little 2x3 bricks just. It's a hailstorm of Lego. Did you know that the plural of Legos or of Lego is Lego?
Is Lego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I like. You know what? I just refuse. I
It's
just
not.
refuse.
It
You
isn't.
protest
In
against
my brain,
that.
Yeah,
it is Legos.
you know.
They are Legos.
Hashtag not my Lego.
Lego my Lego.
So what about the waffles? Are they Eggo for
Get
multiple?
out of here. No, we are not
It
pivoting.
is.
No,
Yeah.
no, we're not derailing.
No,
We'll
you
talk
just,
about that
you
later,
just
though,
put,
Josh.
You just put the word waffles after it every time. So it's
Eggo
Eggo
waffles.
waffles.
There you go,
Eggo
yeah.
waffles. Gotcha.
All right.
important.
So yeah, you drag the body onto the ship, and I mean,
And he'll just like sling it, as hard as he can onto the deck of the tracer and just sigh and be like, oh, fuck.
As soon as he slings the body and gets back on the ship, Mike charges up to him and bear hugs him. Well, he kicks the Sardat one time for good measure on the way, and then just bear hugs and picks him up off the ground like, I won't lie, I didn't know if you had it in you, mate, but I am so bleeding proud of you right now, my man.
You're squeezing me a little tight, Mike.
Yep. You hear like 4 cracks in your back. and I let you down, dust you off. Like, I can't believe it, mate. I'm usually the one doing the fighting. I don't get to watch fights that often, and I gotta say it was exhilarating.
Yeah. Exhilarating.
You done good. You done good.
It won't bring him back, Mike.
Fucking bum me out immediately. Just killed that boner. Turns around, walks away.
just like he went from like peak, like yes, I got it, and then like yeah. So I guess you
If you cannot
are exhibiting
compartmentalize in wartime, how do you stay sane?
I guess you're exhibiting that like
The fall.
what I was going to
after the
ask
adrenaline.
you of is like killing him didn't bring you the peace or the joy that you were looking for, right? When you killed him.
I mean, so it was, he avenged his comrades, but it's not going to bring them back.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's bittersweet. It's not so much that it's a hollow victory because,
Well, I only say that because you just responded to Mike when he congratulated.
Well, yeah, I mean,
you on
Orin
the
had
win.
a few minutes of dragging the Sardat's body back for him to process everything and think about, what this meant or whatever. So I think that, by the time he makes it to the ship, he's arrived at the conclusion that, sure, he got justice, but it's still not going to bring him back. So...
Well, my feelings are sufficiently hurt. No, I mean, like, realistically, like, Mike was trying to, like, so probably the first time he's ever told you he was proud of you for something, and then immediately, like, the knife twist of, like, it won't bring him back. He was, like, not thinking about it at the time, so, he goes from a big, like, toothy grin to, like, head sunk, and, just turns the fuck around and sorry. Like, I'm... you killed his vibe there. And
Yeah, I mean, Orin is kind of a buzzkill. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna like, sugarcoat that for you or anything. I mean, that's sort of his
I had
MO.
heard that. I heard
Yeah,
that.
I don't know if you guys had been following along with
It
this
was
character.
just like a particularly painful delivery
Yeah.
for Mike,
Yeah.
Trying to find
Well.
one moment of decent joy in this horrible sea of
Well, what about the
emotions.
rest of you as he walks back on to the ship?
I mean, Fel hears that and just doesn't really say anything to him. Just kind of looks, gives him a nod. I'm glad you're back, for what it's worth.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. You all ready to get the fuck out of here, or what?
I mean, yeah. Fuck this place. Fuck these people. Fuck everything about this. Let's go home.
I mean, Orin looks visibly beat up for one, and tired as hell. You know what I mean? Like, this was a lot of, it was a lot of juice, man, to take down the Sardat. So
Yeah.
he's spent. He's not going to be in a celebratory mood at all right now.
What about you, Captain? You had a special connection with him during that fight as well,
Ziva's kind of trying to take it all in, that feel of, the victory that we finally actually fucked him up, and that we did what Sedona wanted. Like, she wanted him dead. So, I mean, Ziva feels relieved, but we're still, like Phil said, we're not home. Let's go the fuck home, and let's lick our wounds, because there's still a lot of heavy shit that has just happened. So yeah, Ziva's gonna say, yes, good job, Orin. Good job. And she just kind of nods at you, and then she sort of looks around at everybody. She says, let's get on our way, and we'll discuss our plans, where exactly we're going, what we're going to be doing with our guests here, and arrangements for our friends. Orin, are you good to take the helm?
Yeah, I'll get us into the drift, and Terry can take over from there. And he'll go just kind of like solemnly, shoulders hung low, just...
Yeah, Terry's gonna come in without any awareness of the severity of the emotion. Said, "Oh, you're going to let me drive the ship? I cannot wait, Orin. I am so excited that you are letting me pilot for once. I can't wait.
Hey, Terry, set volume to 0.
I will."
Thanks, Phil. I couldn't deal with that son of a bitch right now.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what's on the body of the Sardat. How's that sound? A little
Yeah.
loot?
Let's do
Loot,
that.
loot makes everything a little better, right?
A little bit better.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Zolan has the Azlanti Royal Battle Regalia, which is a pretty awesome piece of armor. It's a 7th level suit of light armor that provides +7 to EAC and +8 to KAC. It has 4 upgrade slots, one of which can only be used to hold an Aeon stone, which it currently has. And that Aeon stone that's in there is a cloudy blue rhomboid Aeon stone. Josh, if you want to look that up while I'm reading off the rest of the stuff here. Also, it already has the other 3 upgrade slots filled. It has deflective reinforcement, which gives you a little DR, whoever wears it, a filtered rebreather, and infrared sensors. There's also a red star plasma pistol with 1 battery, and there is a least gluon crystal, which I believe is a Solarian weapon crystal.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tell me about it again, Least.
Josh, do you have the Aeon Stone pulled up?
Yeah, so...
Go ahead and tell me about that, and then I'll tell you about the crystal when I pull that up.
Okay. So while this Aeon Stone orbits you, as a reaction while falling, you can cast Flight, first level, targeting only yourself. The Aeon Stone can be activated once per day, so you can basically jump off a cliff and then pick yourself right back up and not die.
Okay, well that is a pretty cool stone. What
handy.
level is the stone?
Is level 3.
Level 3. So, so whoever wears that basically gets a little fly spell, right?
Yeah, well, only as a reaction while falling, so you can't just, use it.
Decide to fly.
Right. It just
Unless
kinda
you,
keeps
jump off a cliff and then cast it.
Right.
So that glue on least gives you a D4 and a wound critical. So, yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, so you can add that to your moat, and
Sweet.
it'll boost your damage and give you that.
Yeah.
Because you were looking for that wound critical effect during that fight.
I
if you
know,
remember,
because
and
I'm
you're
so
like,
used to having it
I
on my
right.
rifle. Yeah.
Right, so now you have it on your
Sweet.
melee weapon as well as your
As
rifle.
far as
so
the armor, I think that's a set of armor for Ziva if I've ever heard it.
So yeah, you've drawn this body in here, and he's wearing this armor right at Ziva's feet. So there's that. You see, right there is that scene of you presenting it to her.
Captain, you may want the armor. This asshole is not going to be needing it anymore.
Yes, I think that would be very handy. We will have to make some modifications to it, of course. We can't tout this hideous color, but no.
Yeah,
yes.
this Azlanti green is pretty sickening.
I will say that aside from the color, the armor itself is very stylish. I mean, it looks very, very cool and light, and some good cuts and angles on it. But it is that awful Azlanti green. Mm-hmm. So,
well, I think we can certainly get this worked out. But I will gladly take this. I think it will be most useful. She kind of weakly smiles, trying to make the best out of it. So. But Emily's super fucking pumped.
Yeah. While I'm thinking about it, Orin will pop out that purple force-filled Aeon Stone and just kind of toss it to Fel. Say, "Here you go, man."
Oh, shit, thanks, man. This'll help.
Yeah. All right. I need a shower.
well, you got to get off of this.
Yeah, you
got
gotta fly.
Oh yeah, that's right. I do gotta fly.
You guys
I
got.
thought we were in the drift by now, or
No,
dude,
this
no,
is right.
we got to make the whole pomp and circumstance about it.
I mean,
so
All right, so Orin takes everybody up and flies you to a space, that's safe, far enough away from the debris of the Sardat ship and the comet field itself, and kind of throws everybody into drift. So the situation that you have now to deal with, and what we got to figure out, is you have this group of scientists, you have the rune drive, and you have a little under a week worth of travel. Well, it depends on where you go. Where are you guys going? I think that maybe right before he slides into the drift, there probably needs to be a kind of general conversation with everybody that's aboard your ship, so you can make a decision about where it is that you're going to, where you're leaving. I think at the very least, Orin flies you to a safe place that's far enough away from Aurelos to not be around if any Azlanti come looking, but he doesn't really know where to set the drift course to, so I think there definitely needs to be a conversation involved with that.
So as he's piloting us to the area, Ziva will call everybody to either the bridge or just all the scientists come to the bridge. And once everybody's there, she will say, I know many of you have been enslaved by the Azlanti for quite some time, so I will leave it up to you as to where you would like to go. We would not be taking liberties with your destination.
Myrtle Bird kind of speaks up. She says,
Well, I will speak for the scientist here. We don't really have anywhere to go. Most of us were chosen by the Azlanti specifically because we didn't have any ties and nobody would look for us. We don't have homes to go to, and I know that most of us just want to be involved in research. We want to use our minds. We are good workers, but we do not know where our home would be. Phil, can I stay at your place?
Phil,
Absolutely not.
You do not want to go down that road.
Absolutely not.
Fel looks at Mergelber and cuts his eyes towards Ziva and just kind of like, help.
I think maybe Mike would kind of walk over and like nudge the captain. It's like I'm sure, plenty of these chaps could probably find work on Absalom Station, but what about Nakondis? Would some of them may be interested in maybe helping with the efforts there?
What is Nakondis?
Ziva will kind of like, light bulb like that. That's brilliant. She says, yes, Michael, that's a fantastic idea. Nakondis is a type of frontier planet, I suppose. It's a colony. It's actually where we, Sidona found the ship with the rune drive. And there is a colony there that she was assisting. And if you are wanting to put your minds to good use, the colony could certainly use your assistance. And of course there is, a stranded Azlanti ancient starship there that you might want to investigate.
Oh, that sounds most fascinating.
Sorry, Emily cracks up, but Ziva's, a pillar of got her shit together.
Why are you laughing, Phil?
Sorry, I can't. I just can't.
It's either laugh or cry, Mergelber. But no, yeah, Ziva says, alright, well, we will set course for Nakondis. Those of you who are interested, we'll be happy to drop you off there and get you acquainted with the colony. And those of you that would wish to do something else, we can, of course, make accommodations once we reach Absalom Station. Does that sound alright?
She turns back to the rest of the scientists, and they all kind of seem to nod agreeably. And you can see some really lit up at the idea of Nakondis, and others were kind of like, when you said frontier, we're like, But then you mentioned Absalom Station, and you could see some perks there. So you looked at like between those options, and that that they are at least at peace, and they kind of head back to the guest quarters. And so I guess the first stop would be Nakondis, right? So that's where Orin would set the course for. And so he puts it in, and as he gets into the drift, when he slides in the drift, all of a sudden you see your comms inbox start pinging. Boop, 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 boop. Like that you have messages.
Captain, we've got some unread messages in the inbox.
Ziva will kind of walk over to the panel and boop boop and open up the first message.
Yeah, so up pops Uli. You want to remind us who Uli is, Emily?
Sorry, you caught me off guard. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Caught me off guard too. I was like, who the fuck is Uli?
Uli is like Uli is Ziva's like right hand. Where Etrim is her security, her soldier, Uli is the little mother. She takes care of everything on the sly. She's the Akeshti.
Akeshti? Yeah.
So you see her reptilian face, and you just kind of fill with love, you're a little overwhelmed with love. And she looks tired, but good. She looks a little worn out, but good. And she says, Madam Ziva, oh, we are so glad to hear from you. Everyone here was beginning to worry. We are glad that you are okay, even though it sounds like you're not safe. Please, hurry back to the pools. I fear that Etram is quite grumpy and sad with your absence, and I myself grow a bit weary of all the clients, business partners, and divas that come through here. I do not know how you deal with all these people every day. I just want to go back to taking care of my ladies and gentlemen. They need their mother after all. I have sent you a stipend of 2,000 credits from the pool's account. Come home soon, and safe. With love, Kully.
Thank you, Adam. Sorry. Okay, sorry. Emily's done.
So yeah, like Ziva kind of, I imagine, even gets a little verklempt at that message and just kind of pushes on to the next one. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was gonna say, if she can't handle it, I'll be like, open the next message.
Yeah, she's like, she just
yourselves.
she saves that, and then she's she's boop boop boop, so
Yeah.
she doesn't cry.
So after that message, you see another message chain open, and none of you knew that Zeno had sent a message, and so you can see, because he did that while you guys were all asleep. He sent a message to the APA while you are all asleep, and so what you see is the message chain. And I imagine, particularly considering what just happened, the captain would probably,
Snoop a little bit.
well, just put the whole message chain up there. So this is what you hear.
The stars, they look very different today. The crew, they've been through a lot, physically, mentally. I've seen growth, courage, fear, and dread. We're here in the NIST system. Don't worry, this tight beam is encrypted, one of my own I've developed over the years. We made contact with Sedona. She's all right. Missing some memories, but intact. Functional. We've picked up a new crew member. Anyway, I've been browsing my personal files thinking of... Well, I'm sure I'm keeping you from your duties. I'm sure you're keeping the APA in shipshape, and hopefully not like this tin can. Gods forbid Oren or Felino hear me. But how are you?
I do my damnedest to keep this.
You have our transponder codes. Right back. I think it's going to be a long time. I will get back to you, Tiff.
And then the captain presses play on the next message, and Tiffany's face comes up. It was so good to hear your voice, Zeno. And on your own developed type beam, no less. That's so smart. And good looking, too. I hope you don't mind me being so forward, Zeno, but I can read between the lines. Can't wait to hear about your adventures over our dinner when you get home. So don't take too long out there, Zeno. The APA needs you, and I miss you. See you soon, Tiffan.
Tears suddenly start to leak out of a Vesk face.
Yeah, and it's just the crew up here now on the bridge. No scientists. Rupert's not there. Merkelberg's not there. Irio's not there. It's just the crew on the bridge, and I think this is the first time that you guys could or have had a moment to stop and really the weight of it hits you. Hashachir, dead. Sedona, evaporated. Zeno, gone. What?
Was that all the messages?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mike rubs his face, trying to push the tears away, as it were, and I think he, realizing that he's going to have a conversation with Tiffon and having the weight of this whole thing hit him finally in earnest, whereas he's been all the adrenaline and everything up to this point's let him block it out. I think he tries to hold back for a minute and then just storms off to the gym. Like he's not he can't cry in front of y'all.
So yeah,
You know?
so Mike just walks out of the bridge. Like he kind of sits there, looks at all of you, and then just walks out, leaving Orin, Ziva, and Fel on the bridge.
Fel goes over to Ziva and gives her a hug.
She gladly takes it, and pretty much
Just kind of falls into
as soon as you like touch her, she's like this racking sob, just kind of like, because not only was that Zeno, but it was him talking about Sedona and Hash.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like the ultimate
swear
gut
we didn't
punch.
plan that.
I was sitting here thinking,
swear we didn't plan
I was
that.
absolutely thinking, I was like, that motherfucker has been playing us for months. But I'll believe you if you say you didn't plan it. But yeah, she absolutely just falls into the hug, and
Yeah, and Fel just kind
starts
of,
crying.
Being much taller, kind of leans down, puts his head, kind of on hers, holds her, and just kind of cries quietly with her for a good while.
What's about Orin?
Orin's just shaking his head. I mean, he just feels so empty. You know what I mean? And he just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do without him, y'all. I've lost too many people I care about. This one really hurts.
Yeah, it does. But, I mean, shit, we don't have much of a choice but to... I mean, we gotta keep living, right? And as cliche as it sounds, keep living for him, for Sedona, for Hash, I mean, for all of them.
At the mention of Hash, Ziva just kind of like crumples. And she looks up at Fel, all 7 feet of him. And she says, it's our fault that he is dead. He didn't have to leave Outpost Set. We brought him here. This is our fault.
It's throwing blame's not going to do anything to help. I mean, I don't disagree with you, but he came of his own will. He chose to be here. I mean, he may have done a little convincing, but it was his choice. And he didn't really have that much left going on for him with everything that happened. So we tried to do the best we could for him.
She just kind of nods, like, that's pretty much all she can do. Like, that message just kind of ruined her for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I don't know about y'all, but I could use some rest.
Yeah.
We can talk more in the morning.
Yes.
Well, I imagine, everybody just kind of... You guys got to be beat on top of emotionally drained. I mean, there's a lot of fighting going on. There's just a lot that happened. So you go to sleep, and you guys are in the drift. Imagine just being in the drift makes it hard because of Xeno's fascination with the drift, and just like you cannot look around the ship without being reminded of what you lost. So you just try to get some sleep. I'm sure it's not great, but what we're looking at now is you have about a 3-day journey to Nakondas, and then from there it'll be a 4-day journey in the drift back to Absalom. There are level ups to discuss. There's, I'm sure, conversations that you guys want to have on the way. I'm going to kind of turn it over to you guys. But you have this journey back to kind of process not only your losses, but your gains as well. I mean, this experience made you stronger people. Despite all the sadness that surrounds it, Oren, you've been like literally blessed by Ibra, a goddess that's known for not making herself or her intentions clear or available. Yet here she is plainly interjecting with your life and now pulling Ziva into your orbit as well, into her orbit. And Ibra the Inscrutable is becoming a much greater force, I think, for you, and a much more undeniable force.
Oh,
for
absolutely.
You.
And I was going to say that Oren would start his day the next morning, spending some time in meditation and in prayer to Ibra, both, giving thanks for blessing him in that fight. Clearly, Ibra was with him in that fight, and he knows it. He could feel it. And he's also going to ask for guidance about, where to go from here. He doesn't expect an answer, but he's going to ask anyway, and, spend some time in, kind of reflective meditation before he goes back to greet the crew the next day.
Okay. Let's talk mechanically about what this blessing of Ibra was. It was your level up. Okay.
Yeah.
So you leveled up to 7, and you were able to use your starlight form that's now become blinding radiance. Is that the name of it?
Yeah. Basically, mechanically speaking, starlight form gets a little buff at level 7, and it now can shed blinding radiance, so that any creature that ends its turn adjacent to the active starlight form has to basically roll or be blinded for a round. Mm-hmm. So, that's definitely a huge upgrade, for starlight form. Took another spell. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, we don't have to get into that, but...
Yeah, the blessing of Ibra certainly, I think, manifests itself the most in the upgrade for the starlight form.
And if you'll indulge me, as you're sitting there praying to Ibra for guidance, and her, of course, not responding, as you're like, okay, I didn't expect anything, and you get up and you get dressed and kind of get yourself together and go to open the door to go meet the crew, and you see your captain standing in front of you with her arm raised to like knock on the door, and your captain is right there.
Oh, morning, Captain.
Good morning.
You want to come in? And he'll just kind of open
Yes.
the door to his quarters.
Yes. Z will come in, and she'll just kind of like stand sort of awkwardly, not really knowing what to do, because what she came to ask him about is kind of odd to her in a way. Yes, good morning, Oren. Are you feeling better physically?
Yeah, I'm a little more centered as well.
Good.
What can I do for you?
I wanted to check in on you, just to kind of see how you were doing, and I want to ask you about what happened on the bridge before you went out to meet the Sardat. The energy, what was that?
Well, if I had to guess, I would say that Ibra came to you as well. I know that you felt it. And it's hard to deny something so miraculous.
It was, it felt like how Sedona tried to explain what she does. I'd never understood it, of course, because, you can't experience something just by hearing the description, but, I know what she meant now. I feel like maybe now we both have a little piece of her with us. Yes?
Yeah. Yeah, I like that, Captain.
She just kind of nods and she says, okay. When?
Listen, I think that you may have some inkling of a connection now, and if you need help figuring out what that means, I'll be glad to show you when we have some time, like Sedona showed me.
And she just looks up at you, and you can tell she's kind of nervous. Like it caught her off guard. She's a little scared about it. She's never really done anything. All of Ziva's stuff has been like racial telepathy kind of stuff, or just, silver tongue. This whole thing is different, and she was scared about it. So you saying that and her not having to come out and ask you to guide her, essentially, immediately makes her feel better. And she just kind of says, thank you, Orin, very, very much. I look forward to working with you. And she just kind of like gives you a little wink and just, all right, let's get to work, okay?
Yeah, let's go find the crew. And as they turn to walk out, Orin will kind of, put his hand on her shoulder and just kind of pat her on the back a little bit.
Like a little awkwardly at first, like he hovers over her shoulder, like, okay.
Pat. It's like we've moved past that.
Yeah. Okay, so I imagine, Michael, you probably got up pretty early and hit the gym. Like, right? Like, I can't imagine that Michael's like ready to interact with the whole crew right now.
You are correct. And in fact, last night he stormed off to the gym, and I think everybody went to bed, and I don't think he immediately went to bed. I think he doesn't know how to process things other than in a physical way. I think he sat and hit that fucking punching bag until his knuckles were bloody, and then went to bed. And then he wakes up, wraps his knuckles, and goes and does it again. And just beats his fucking... He's just the pain of that and the exertion of it is an escape.
So you're just in there just like zoned out on the punching bag.
There's blood dripping down the punching bag. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness. Well, about this time, you kind of hear a knock on the side of the door. Like, it's an open door to the gym, but so it's one of those things where somebody's kind of like leaning in and just making their presence known. And you look up and you see your father, Rupert, kind of standing in the frame of the gym doorway.
I don't know that he even sees it. Like, he's so...
Roll a perception?
It's just, no,
with a minus 15?
No, roll that perception.
Yeah. Right.
It's like, it really is like, he's got to be worn out at this point, but he just can't stop. And it's like every punch is labored and slow and, like, just keeps going and just won't let himself stop.
Yeah, so Rupert knocking and not really getting any response from Michael kind of steps in.
And so, Rupert.
Ladies and gentlemen, John Thomas.
John Thomas guest starring as Rupert Agamasan.
Yeah, Rupert Agamasan.
Papa Gamasan?
Papa Agamasan. Okay, so Rupert is going to kind of just gingerly, almost like, just walking on eggshells type deal, just like approaching his son. And knowing that he's just in the zone and knowing that he's just trying to process the best way that, Mike can. And he just goes over there and he sees him just kind of like hitting the body bag, and the punching bag. And so he's just going to, I guess he's just going to go ahead and just grab the punching bag, just kind of like help steady it so he can just keep on punching. And he's just going to talk to him without whether or not he's going to respond, And he's just going to say, "Hey there, Mikey boy."
You know, I mean, at this point, I will say it's not technique. It's not jabbing and hooking. It's every punch is as hard as he can hit.
Yeah. It's like even like just kind of like he's got to like keep steady.
You got to really like steady yourself to not get knocked down.
Right. It's like, you doing all right? We haven't had a lot of time, you and I. Not your fault. You've been so busy. Looks like you've had a lot of time to process now.
Bullshit. I think when you say that, I think Mike finally like stops for a second and starts to unwrap his bloody wrappings on his fists, and he's looking down and won't look at you. And as he's unwrapping, he like looks at you, and you can see the blood-soaked wrappings. And as soon as his eyes meet yours, you can see just rivers of tears. It's not a trickle, it's a downpour.
Gotcha.
And it's constant.
And so he's just looking at this and just seeing this emotional state, this vulnerable state that Michael is in. And he just kind of heaves a sigh and just kind of like looking down at the ground, and he's just, I didn't know your android friend, but I can see it in your eyes, clear as day. He meant a lot to you. The best you can do now is honor his spirit. As long as his memory lives on in you, you'll never be alone.
He seems like he's trying to work up not necessarily the courage, but just the ability to say a word. And he's pausing and he just collapses, like literally just like falls down on his butt with his arms hanging over his knees and just cries and cries and cries. He can't make words. You know what I'm saying?
And he goes over there to his son and just kind of like gets down on his knees and kind of like just helps brace him against his chest, you know. And he looks at him and he says, Vesk, son, life and death is part of our nature, and your crew knew the risks. Your android friends were no different. But I will say, I wish I could have seen you grow. That's my only regret. Your mother and I had trouble making a clutch. You were the only one that survived. It was hard taking it in, seeing other children your age, brothers and sisters your age. And your mother wanted to tell you, but it was my decision. We couldn't tell the child that. You couldn't have known your clutch mates were stillborn. But seeing you like this, I know deep down inside you, that fire, even though it's a smolder now, will live on.
And he finally... There's a break in his tears for a second, and he looks up at you. And again, he has no words, but he just, like, fiercely, like, grabs you and pulls you to him. I mean, I feel like Rupert's had a hesitation to, like, you know, hug him. Like, they've had so many years, and there's not a closeness there, you know? It'd be like, I guess he'd wouldn't feel comfortable. He'd be testing that waters, and Mike breaks through it, and it just hugs him because he needs it, you know? And like,
oh, yeah.
Just holds him to him. It's probably tighter than he hugged Aaron when he picked him up. And I think he probably cries into Rupert's shoulder for a while, and finally, once he expends that good, healthy cry that he needed for so long, he finally, like, pulls away, and he's like, Dad, Papa Gummerson. I don't... You don't know anything about me anymore. And I don't know nothing about you, except that you're a respected scientist and armorer and all that. But when we get back to Absalom Station, I assume, please tell, you're coming with me to Absalom. You're not going to Necondis, right?
Are you sure you want me?
Dad, the two people I care most about in this world are dead. I know I've still got a life to live. I've still got to move forward. And when we get back to Absalom Station, I've still got a business to run. And will you help me?
And with that, he's just kind of like, almost just kind of like seeing it. Like he doesn't know how to process, but I mean, he just quickly recovers for a second. And show me the duties and I'll do my best. I may be past my prime, but don't coddle me. Treat me like you would any of your other employees.
I just need a partner. I need someone in that office with me. Zeno was my CFO. I don't read you as an accountant necessarily. I own the company, but I need a right-hand man, and it would do me a lot of good if you'd agree to be my COO.
Of course, son. I feel like we can't let this second chance go to waste.
No, I want you there by my side for as long as I can have with you. We're never gonna make up for all the time we missed, but we can bloody well try.
And with that, he sees almost like he's looking into the past, and it says, "You look so much like your mother."
So you keep saying that. It's like, oh, poor woman.
Even now, I see so much of her in you. You're fierce like her. As much as she was a scientist, she was a warrior. My head was always in the hypothetical, but your mother, she was what grounded me. Let's go
Dad,
home.
Yeah. I don't know how to have a conversation yet about her. How about help me up, old man? I'll go get cleaned up, washed up. Maybe I'll go cook you some eggs or something.
That sounds swell.
They got some good ones on the Necondis, I hear.
There it is.
So, I won't be eating any eggs. I will cook you some eggs.
I guess about this time, Oren and Ziva would be running into Fel in sort of a kitchen or a common area on the ship.
I would think so.
So, yeah, I mean, when Oren sees Fel, it's like, how you holding up, buddy?
One day at a time. You know.
Yeah, that's right.
It's rough, man. Like I keep like I've gone past his room a number of times, and he's not there. It's weird. I mean, I guess this ship. I mean, is this even still? I guess this is still the Tracer, right? But it's in a hell of a lot better condition than I was able to do with everything we've had going on.
It's not the Epoch Tracer anymore. It's the TikTok Blazer.
No, it's finally the Epoch Tracer.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like we have to call it the Epoch Tracer now because it's the new one.
This is his final form.
Yeah.
No, it's not even its final form. This thing's gonna level up more.
but yeah, I mean this like I can't help but feel. I mean, I don't know about the spiritual whatever stuff, but I can't help but feel him in this ship somehow.
And Orin kind of nods and he says, I think you're right, Phil. I think this was his parting gift to us.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna do my damnedest to take care of it.
Yeah, and I'll try not to wreck it, I guess. Listen, man, it's gonna be okay. We just do the best we can, right?
Yeah, that's all we can do.
Orin kind of looks to Ziva as if, help me out here, Captain, put a bow on this thing, you know what I mean? It's kind of the look that he gives you.
And she'd definitely catch that look, and she'd kind of go over to Phil and sort of put her hand on his, I guess, like, forearm. I forget how tall you are.
He's
crazy.
tall. Like
He's a
7
tall
feet.
guy. And she just kind of like pats
He
you.
grows every day. Like
He
by now
does.
he's
Like
like
7.
10 feet tall. Yeah.
Yeah, 10-7 easy, man.
He started out
I
like
heard
a
that motherfucker's like
smooth
30 goddamn feet
4'8", and now he's like 10.
Yeah. Oh, he's a big Verthani. But she would just kind of like pat you and smile. And she says, I like that this was his parting gift. I think that is very appropriate, and I very much, like you said, feel him here. He'll always be here, organizing our things for us in a little way, yes?
Yeah. I mean, shit, he did the entire ship, apparently. It's something.
Couldn't help himself. And she'll just kind of pat you and go,
Orin, roll a perception check.
Okay.
And Phil.
All right. Let me get my dice out.
no Ziva? Okay.
That's going to be a 28.
That's a 20. Dirty 20.
Okay, Orin, you see, like, as he's talking, you see, he mentions that thing about everything having its place and all that. And you see, like, the little waveform of when Terry is talking, like, happen, but you don't hear anything. You just see that the little, like, vocal registration of Terry talking he's talking right now, but you can't.
Phil, can you unmute
Hey,
Terry?
Terry. Set your volume to a normal, not obnoxious level.
Okay, I will do that, Phil.
What were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying that, yes, it seems that in the workshop, there seems to be outlines for every tool on the wall. This was not there before. Just thought that this was relevant information to this conversation. I will resume muting.
Thanks, Terry. God, it's honestly, it's like I hadn't kept my tools too straight on the ship, but it's like back home. I mean, hell, this ship is home, guys.
Yeah.
I think at that point, maybe Mike and Rupert finally walk in to the common area that you guys are in or whatever. First time Mike's really shown his face
Yeah, and it's
in a day and a half.
as Mike walks in, Fell continues speaking and says, I mean, you guys, and he looks over his shoulder and sees Mike, you guys are my family now.
Yeah, here. You're all I've got. I don't know what I would do without y'all. I definitely couldn't handle everything that's going on, so thank you all for just being here.
Yeah, I think Mike would walk over and finally looks okay, like he can carry on, and walk over and put a hand on each of your shoulders and squeeze. You know, not necessarily trying to say anything, just like the unspoken, like, yes, we are family. We are all we have. And kind of nods at both of you and turns to Phil and is like, "You're right, mate. We've become something more than just a crew that works together, right?
Yeah.
It's something beyond that. In the short amount of time we've been together, we've surpassed that. It's a privilege to know each and every one of you. And even those that we've lost, it was a privilege to get to know you with them.
So Fel turns and goes to the liquor cabinet where Zeno kept his vodka and pulls out enough shot glasses for everybody. Pours a round, and as he pours the round, says, Hey Terry, did you by chance ever... Set your volume back up real quick, but did you ever get a chance to fabricate those whale polyps for old Hash?
I have come to a close approximation. I think that it is 92.76% accurate representation of whale polyps.
Sounds good enough to me. It's about 48 out of 55 there, Terry.
Clean.
I wish I knew math enough to give you the actual fraction, but
it'd be closer to like a 51 or something.
Yeah.
That's a 87%. But yeah, so Terry, go ahead and dispense some of those for us, and he passes out the round of shots.
So you're shooting whale polyps?
No, shooting vodka, and then having a whale polyp in Hash's honor. His memory.
All right, so basically a faux oyster and a shot.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yeah. It puts out there. It doesn't look 100% natural. I'll tell you that. That 8% is making a difference on the visual, but it smells like a whale polyp should smell, and it has the texture of it. It's just shaped a little funny.
Oh, delicious.
When no one is looking, Orn will just kind of slide his into the garbage can.
Are my favorite.
Me too, Murgle, but I love whale polyps.
I also like Murgle burgers.
Oh, Murgle, you're the best. You know that.
Oh, you really think so, Fel?
Hey, how far away from Nikondas are we?
You're like 2 days from the conference.
Not even trying to let that relationship start.
I'm ruining your scene. All right, so you have you have the shots, the whale polyps,
and
you're sitting around the table. With your crew.
So Fel, after passing the vodka out, to those that we've lost, and to not lose anymore. Cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Here.
Put some clinking Foley in there.
Yeah.
Clink, 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 clink.
It's like that. Papa Gama says, "Stop eating eggs. We're taking shots."
So we take a whale polyp after the shot of vodka? Is that what I'm understanding?
You do it how you want. Mike puts his whale polyp in the shot, takes the whole thing.
Ziva's not going to do that now.
Yeah. So you guys take your shots, and you guys got about another day journey to Nikondas, but we're gonna hand wave that time. Although I think Ziva, there's a little something you want to do in the remaining time there.
Yeah, so pretty much right after the shots and everybody's getting their food and everything, Ziva will sort of excuse herself because the whale polyps made her think of Hash, and she pulls out from her pocket the necklace that she had given Hash before they encouraged him to come with them. She took it back from his body, and she just kind of looks down at it. And so she's got something to remember him by, but she wants to have something physical to remember the others by. So she goes to Sedona's bunk, and she sees a model ship of the Epoch Tracer. And she just smiles, and she takes it, and as she's getting ready to head out of the room, she just kind of runs her hand along the bed. And she makes her way to Zeno's quarters, and in there sitting is his cactus and his puzzle cube. And she takes the cactus to put in the common area, but the puzzle cube she's gonna keep with her. So, and she just kind of...
Got a lot of goddamn nerve stealing that puzzle cube. That should go on my desk.
Well, you don't know what she's going to do with it. She may be planning to...
Put it in somebody's butt, maybe.
Wow. Well, that's
Removing appendage.
escalating quickly.
Ruined my
anyways, so
No, I'm with it.
So Ziva collects some things of the Fallen over the course of the next couple days, and Terry lets you know that you're arriving in Nikondas star space, pulls you out of the drift, and you guys make your descent to the surface of Nikondas. There's a hero's welcome there, but it becomes very apparent as soon as Sedona isn't with you that it's kind of tainted with loss. And the people of Nikondas grieve with you in the time that you spend there. Imagine you spend a day there, have dinner with them, you check in with Corsica, maybe have some laughs about Weldy, but you hear that he's been off doing adventures and been having a grand old time. He took Trevor and Zickel with him, and that they have become something. They have their own life outside of Nikondas. Corsica and her beau are doing great. They're very happy. And Jellic and Abretta are back together, and Abretta looks really good, you know. I mean, it's not like she's had some like overly feminine makeover or anything, but she started to clean up the grease off of her face, and she's standing a lot taller. Jellic himself is standing taller. He's in good shape. His wounds have healed pretty good. Corsica is up and about herself, and everybody in Nikondas seems to be doing well. There is a contingent of the Skyfire Legion there, which, Oren, you would know that the Abadar Corp likes to hire sometimes when there needs to be some extra security. And so it looks like as they've sent some guards there to protect Nikondas from any further invasion.
That's reassuring.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be mixed feelings for Oren because of his relationship with Abadar Corp, but you know for sure that the Skyfire Legion being here is a good thing for the colony. It's definitely giving them some much needed protection. You guys have your meal of eggs, and of course, and share some pleasant memories, and people fill you in on some of their favorite memories of Sedona. You guys talk about some of your favorite memories of Sedona, some that we've heard on this show. And basically, I think you have an actual service or funeral for Sedona here on Nikondas. I think that everything that we could say or would say has kind of been said to a degree, but the service is beautiful. There's no body to bury, but they basically make a little sculpture for Sedona in Nikondas. So where the garrison was, there's now just an obelisk that with Sedona's name etched into it. And also etched into it are all of your names. The Epoch Tracer crew. And then you leave Nikondas, head back into the drift, and are making your way back to Absalom Station. So we have a couple characters whose level ups we haven't talked about yet. And I imagine it's during this time, after a few days of dealing with your emotions, a little bit of closure for Sedona, at least with her service. We have Fel and Mike who still need to level up. So what are you guys doing during this time?
I mean, Fel's going to approach Mike knowing how much time he spends in the gym and working on, working on armor and whatnot. And say, hey, Mike, you mind giving me a hand with something. I got something I've been working on that might, or a couple things that might really help. For, I mean, I don't know. We're going home, but who knows where we're gonna go from here? You know.
In the engineering bay?
Yeah, well, that and maybe a little bit later, a little gym time together.
Yeah, well, which one first?
Shit, I guess let's go to the engineering bay.
All right, you mind if the expert comes along? And he slaps his dad on the arm.
Oh, of course. Of course he
The
could
old
be there.
man?
I'd love for him to.
Yeah, let's see what you got cooking up.
All right, yeah, let's check it out.
Yeah, so I had this the other day. Had a crazy idea that, like, you know, other mechanics that have drones, but I mean, shit, I don't have one. I get this, you know, this implant, and I was wondering if maybe I could, like, put one of those, like a drone modification, onto myself. Like, how fucking cool would that be, right? I was thinking maybe jump jets.
Oh, I see I've inspired someone.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you can flying around like that. I mean, fuck, that's too damn cool to not want to have.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite cool, my man, and I would be more than pleased to help you have the ability to... Oh, I can just imagine it now. We go into combat, we both jump 30 feet over a shipping container or something, and you come in guns a-blazing, and I smash somebody simultaneously.
Right? I mean, how fucking cool would that be?
Yeah, that's... let's get to work. Pops, I'm sure you've seen jump jets in your day, yeah?
Oh yeah, I'm all about this right now. You got all the tools for this?
And Fel looks up on the wall and notices what Terry said about everything being perfectly arranged.
Oh, it's got to be pristine, man. Like, we would all be impressed. Even Rupert, probably.
Oh yeah.
What he didn't mention was every outline is labeled.
Yeah.
Every tool.
Well, I do think this is probably the first time we've gone to the engineering bay, other than maybe a cursory glance. Like, I can't help but love the scene of, like, all three of us walking in and being, like, kind of dumbfounded for a second by, like, how awesome and pristine it all looks.
Just kind of, like, really prideful about it. How clean
and then all of us, like, you know, maybe fucking, like, rubbing our hands together because it's like, ooh, we about to get to work, son.
I mean, yeah, I can dig that for sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, so, I mean, Mike at least gets really excited and is like, can't wait to jump into a project that isn't just smashing his knuckles bloody on a punching bag.
Yeah. And Fel's looking forward to having his another personalized augmentation type thing.
So I think maybe, excuse me if I'm being too jumping in there, but I think maybe they spend like 30 minutes talking about your stuff, but then Mike riffs off of you and is like, well, I've got some ideas as well for my armor, and I was hoping, Pops, that you could help. I always want to have the most thick, beefy armor that I can, but I want to find a way to use this like vest style hex weave implementation that was your signature, Pops, that I've learned to use to varying degrees. I want my armor to be equally as durable, but I want to be more flexible because I want to be able to like jump in the way of my allies more effectively. Like I don't want my armor to inhibit me in being able to protect those that I love, because I don't never want to lose no one because I couldn't get there in time, right?
Oh yeah, and Rupert is all about this, spending time with his son, doing stuff that, despite like the complete gap in time between the two, he's like, he sees that he didn't fall far from the tree as far as the profession. You know, is that, you know, that's like actually building armors, and he finds that really fucking cool, and he's just loving it. He's already just taking a look at your armor, you know, and it's just kind of like, you know, lifting up your arms, moving, you know, rotating bits and pieces of it, you know. Yeah. It's like, I like this here, but You'd get a better response if you extended the rotation on this bit.
And Fel jumps in. Yeah, if you were to move that to there, use this type of hinge, and just kind of, starts rattling off a whole bunch of, engineering babble.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think this is this is so good because there's a certain pure, like, unadulterated joy that the three of these men can share that the rest of the party can't share. That it's both the joy of, like, the project itself, but also the improvements that they can make. So, they're probably taking an hour on one piece and then an hour on the other because they can't help but just shift between the two projects because they're so equally excited about both.
Yeah.
So, mechanically, what does that mean? You're basically getting jump jets?
Yeah, so like I kind of described, it's the mechanics get a drone upgrade that they can install in themselves, or Cortex mechanics do. So jump jets, because freaking cool. Like 30-foot jump every, I think, once a minute.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not like actual jump jets where it's like just a number of battery
No,
charges.
these are like
Yours is-
built into
Okay.
Fel. It's not
Nice.
technically an augmentation, so I can still install something in a slot that would take up.
Oh, that's cool.
But it's just Fel's got jump jets, baby.
Free jump jets, baby.
Yeah.
Free
Does it
jump jets.
require spinning a resolve or
Nope,
anything?
just one a minute.
Oh,
No?
that's amazing.
Okay, well,
It works
speaking
just
of,
like jump jets,
well, speaking of resolve, what the way that I flavored what we're doing with my armor is because as a soldier this level, I got a gear boost. And my gear boost that I took, because it was just narratively perfect for the bodyguard that Mike is and wants to be, I took bodyguard vigilance. So when I use the bodyguard feat, it requires no action, but you must spend one resolve point each time after the first that you use the bodyguard feat during a single round, but you have to use it on a different ally, and it also applies for in harm's way. So basically, whereas normally I could use bodyguard and narratively like shift myself in between someone and the shot that's coming to them, and increase their AC by 2 and reduce mine by 2. Now I can spend a resolve point to do it to another ally on top of that one. And that applies to in harm's way, so I can take the damage for 2 allies or 3 allies. As many allies are adjacent to me that are being fired upon or being attacked.
Yeah, that's cool. Like get full
Sweet.
auto fire and just take all of it.
I could, yeah, if 3 of us were standing like in 3 squares next to each other, I could literally bodyguard both of you and in harm's way both of you if the damage still went through.
That's cool.
That's happened before.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, well, and it gives me something to spend resolve on because, like, other than getting up, I don't have anything to use that currency.
All this resolve and nothing to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so Fel and Mike, build some shit together. They become stronger. I think it's probably really good for Mike and Rupert,
Yeah.
and like I think really maybe more importantly for our campaign in this group, Fel, I think you really feel connected to Mike in a new way. I think that for a while, your relationship to Mike was because you were both friends with Zeno.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not like Fel and Mike weren't buddies, and they've made armor and stuff together before, but I felt like there was always kind of this distance between the two. And now it's like you guys are like trench brothers, like you've been through the shit and like both have a shared trauma,
Well, to me, I think it's a manifestation and reflection of when Fel saved Zeno.
Yeah.
And like saved him when we were getting bombarded coming out of the prison, and we haven't been able to really spend the time to bond over that, other than I made you honorary member of the APA or whatever, but that was very much like a pomp and circumstance, like me honoring you publicly. It wasn't bonding and spending time together.
So your journey continues back to Absalom Station, and I want to kind of just cut to the last night of your trip. You know, you're right on the verge. Terry lets you know that Absalom Station is approaching, and that, you know, as Terry likes to do, you know, give you that heads up that you're almost at your destination. And so let's go to your final night. And I just envision the crew kind of sitting around the table together.
So, Ziva, I imagine, has kind of called everybody together, all of the crew, into the common area to eat together. And she's not in her regular garb, you know. She's dressed up a little for the occasion, because this is kind of our last hurrah of this particular adventure. And as everybody kind of gets settled, Ziva will stand and she'd kind of hold her glass. Attention, crew of the Epoch Tracer. I wanted to take a moment and tell you all how very proud I am of you. How very proud I am to be your friend and your captain. We have done a lot together. We have met new friends together. We have created bonds between ourselves. And I am so grateful for all of those things. And I hope that we can all remember the friends that we have lost along the way fondly and use their memory to better all of the worlds that we can. I remember Sedona as always helping people. It seems a little on the nose, as she was a steward. That's supposed to be their thing, but she took it a bit further. She helped rescue people from terrible situations. That was how I met her. And that's how I want to remember her, and I want to use her memory to do good. And I want to do that good with you all. And she'll kind of raise her glass and gesture to Mike.
Mike raises his glass back to you. Says, "Well said, Captain. I think a lot about this concept of rescue and how it's tied so many of us together. In a way, Sedona rescued me. It's possible I'd still be in prison to this very day if not for Sedona. I rescued Zeno, and that's how we met and how we became friends, and that was because of Sedona. Fel rescued Zeno from that bloody awful prison moon. We've all rescued each other at some point or another on this short journey, and it's bonded us in ways I don't think any of us expected, even those of us who were friends before this. That said, I've had a conversation with the captain leading up to this dinner, and we've come to an agreement. We've come to the decision that leads to a proposition. I'd like to propose to each and every one of you, when we get back to Absalom Station And after we have a beautiful ceremony for Xeno, of course. I'd like for you all to join the APA. I'd like for us to be the APA. And seal it with the bond that we have, with a contract that we will work together, that we will stay together, and we will figure out how we need to move forward together. Whatever that may be, whatever this crazy journey of life, what direction it may lead us, I want us to do it together. And I want you guys to be in the APA, because to me the APA is more than a business, it's a mindset. It's about being a protector. It's called the Apollo Protection Agency for a reason. Because we're in the business of doing rescues. So, what you guys think? Sorry, I didn't mean to knock the table. It's my second glass of champagne.
I mean, we're gonna just be like, Mike, you didn't even have to ask, man. You know we're in. I don't even think anybody's even gotta say anything, man.
No, but I do have to say something, because I'm tired of what we have together being unspoken. Too many things on this journey have been unspoken, and we've lost people without getting to say things that we wanted to say to them. And I want to say to each and every one of you that I want you in my corner. I want you to be a part of my life and my business forevermore. I wanted to say that, not have you just know it. I mean, Oren, we're talking about the rescue business. Sedona rescued you from the clutches of fucking space.
Yeah, and I hadn't forgot it either, Mike.
We've all been rescued by Sedona. We've all rescued one another. I just want us to make an agreement that we're gonna stay in the rescuing business.
Mike,
with each other.
Mike, you know I'm down. You know I'm here for you.
Yeah, I already gave you the pin.
Yeah, I'm in.
That includes you, Irio, and that includes you, Papa Gomerson.
Well, you know I'm in.
Rupert's already like well into his cups, and he's just like, here.
Yeah.
So that's everybody, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll fucking see ya.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, God.
There it is. Hey, all right. We'll see ya.
That's the end of season 1, folks.
Season one in the
Season
can.
1 wrapped up,
That's
baby.
it, y'all.
That's
And we're all APA now.
Everybody's getting tattoos. Woo, woo.
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, part of the bylaws is you have to get a tattoo of the APA symbol.
No one said anything about a tattoo.
Phil, show him.
I'm scared of needles.
Show him, Phil.
Phil gets naked.
This episode has been sponsored by Roll20. This is how we roll.